I hope you're doing very well. Want to put out a quick video here to talk about upcoming content. Oh, how do I put this? Ship fatigue much? Oh my gosh. How many of you, leave in comments below, please, let me know how you feel about this, but how many of you are feeling ship fatigue, meaning specialty ship after specialty ship after specialty ship? I don't know about you, but spending on it so I can release content for you all is actually starting to become a problem. I feel like all the money I make on my YouTube channel is going towards buying new ships. So we'll see. I'll have to look more at the refinery come next week, and just what it rewards to see if it's worth it. And maybe if they offer a half pack to unlock it quicker, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But I think in their business model, I think Scopely has learned that new ships bring new money, from unlocking the ship to having a new path for people to do things. We're going to have a new loop, new armadas. Oh my gosh. Hopefully they keep releasing new things to the independent archive building so we can get rid of more of that stuff. As a higher level player, I didn't release or get rid of too many loops, so hopefully they keep getting rid of loops so we don't have to do things, add efficiencies to the game, what have you, because wow. We'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at the blog post, and I'll let you be the ultimate decision or the ultimate judge. You can leave your verdict in the comments. But it's tough. It's tough to give up on all these loops and all these ships. I still have the Vindicator. I still have the Gorn ship, and I'm just shooting from the hip here, everyone. Just top of my head. Still have the Eviscerator. There's multiple ships that I haven't even got halfway to where they need to be. So gosh, that's frustrating. That's super frustrating. So anyways, let's look at the new ship. Let's talk about, there's just some things we're going to want to watch out for as a community. I'm sure people will be pulling together, putting spreadsheets together this coming week as they unlock it and spend their money. Thank you, Wells, for all that you do. It helps me make content, and it helps us as players watch out for some pitfalls. So let's hop in. I'll turn off my camera in the next scene here when we switch over, but let's talk about it because the players matter. What is the SS Revenant? Sounds out as an evolving ship specialized in Q continuing hostiles, including both Armada and non-Armada types. All right, 15 tiers, more than just a combat vessel. It's a resource hub. So, from a resource standpoint, I kind of see this as Scopely's answer to help people advance more in the game. It looks like, just by my quick look at it, mind you, that it's going to give you resources and materials to help advance your gameplay. I think that one thing that hopefully Scopely learned from, and they're trying to strategize now, I think business-wise, is there are people hitting the 70 level cap already, and more marching there all the time, which means for their whales, they need to create more tiers. They need to add another 10 levels. But the problem is that there's not enough krill, if you will, for the whales, and so they need to get more players up to the G6 area, advancing through G6, and so I think this ship is an answer to get people there. I've been told multiple times by multiple people that I should really buy the skin for the Monavine, for example, or the refed, I think it's the skin, because it gives Sigma resources. And for those of you who don't know, when you enter G6, a huge hurdle is the Sigma resources. Everything resets. It's a whole new thing. So they want you to get these Sigma resources, and I think this ship That's my guess, right, at this point, is that it's going to be a huge benefit to help you get through G6. And the Monavine, don't get me wrong, it's a great ship. I still use it. I still get resources from it. Well, I did just unlock the independent archive, so that helps, but I use it from the standpoint of it gave me resources for a long time to get the resources I needed to get through G5. So it sounds like this ship may even help out more with that. So we've got here common, uncommon, rare materials, and G6 will receive common and uncommon. So it's going to help G6 players as well as G5 players. So I don't want to, send the information out wrong, but I think it's just going to help, just get you further along quicker. Parsteel, tritanium, dilithium, and the Sigma counterparts with unmatched efficiency. So there's some efficiencies that will go into this here. Chaos Tech acquisition, materials essential for upgrading your fleet's capability. So it's going to depend on this third bullet point. It will depend on how much you need to upgrade some of that. If you've bought any of the Chaos Tech materials, if it's relevant to you or not for the Revenant. So shipyard for level 42, 15 tiers of progression, dominant force in the galaxy, yay. Okay. Equipped with 3 exceptional passive abilities, laid to rest, ability to drastically increase its base damage by a huge percentage when facing Q continuum hostiles. With my ship, I haven't had too many problems doing the loop with hitting the regular hostiles. I'd love to hear from you all if that's a problem for you or not. Regardless, it sounds like you're not going to be able to do the armadas without this ship. And so it's interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. So massive increase in damage, which means it could make it easier for you. Once again, Scopely introduce a difficult task, and then they come out with an answer, and the answer is the new ship. So we'll see. Phantom's Tithe enhances acquisition of Chaos module resources, starting at 500% when the SS Revenant, when using the Revenant against formidable foes. One thing is you'll be able to go against harder hostiles and get more loot quicker, I assume. Disables a cutting beam on the Borg Type 03 and Borg Polygon Armadas from firing at the player, so we'll have to look at those as we enter the month next month. So diverse and challenging hostiles, blah blah blah. Okay, engaging with the SS Revenant. I will put this in my Discord. Remember, I put the links down below for both Discord, Twitch. You're more than welcome to join us on the live streams there. We try to have fun and try to make it helpful, engaging, and we'll be doing Star Trek Fleet Command as other things. But anyways, I'll put this graphic there just as a reminder for you all. So please feel free to go in and do that. And while I'm at it, I forgot to mention, but if you leave a comment down below, hit the thumbs up. It really helps to push this content out to more players, so I appreciate it. If you can do that, I really appreciate it. And if you're not following, feel free to do so. Hit that bell notification so that you know about my content that I put out. I have a few members that have joined memberships in YouTube, so I appreciate those. I'll leave a shout out for them later on. I have a graphic up at the end of my videos, so they tend to get my videos, or they do get my videos earlier on, but I do appreciate whatever you're able to do, even if it's just watching my videos. So, okay, so let's get back to the video. I apologize, just wanted to throw those little tidbits out there. Revenant, there's the loop. Part of the loop, I think it talks about it later here. We'll hop into that, talk about it a little bit, but I'll be careful because you're going to have to, it's going to add a scrapping mechanic to it, which, yay, we all love scrapping ships. And maybe that's because when you get up to G5, G6, well, I would say G6, that it doesn't seem to me like there's a lot of scrapping needs. I'm scrapping G4, G5 ships to get my Enterprise D maxed and leveled up, but kind of getting to a point where I don't think there's, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that there is G5 scrapping. So anyways, let me know in the comments below if you remember when they came out with the, what was it? I think it was the Franklin A, where you had to scrap your Franklin to get the Franklin A, and what a flop that was, because you had to scrap a ship to get a new ship. But now they have a loop where you have to integrate into your into your scrapping needs with everything else. You've got to scrap the ship too. I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but I'm hoping it might not be. It might be a flop. It might be something the players really hate. So let me know if you think you're going to hate that. I personally am at a point where I'm not going to probably need to scrap as much, although I do have a ship in the scrapyard, and it probably still has 4 or 5 days left. So I don't know what that means. So we'll have to see. All right, so collecting directives from the Continuum Refinery, Solar Armadas, and we'll have to go more into the whole loop about. You're probably going to have to kill the hostiles to get the resources you need to trade into the refinery, and the refinery will give you stuff you need, and some of it will probably be locked behind, maybe all of it, I don't know, but at least a portion of it, if not all of it, will be locked behind you getting the new ship. That's typically how that works. Okay, so you're going to be able to doing the loop, you're going to get components to upgrade it, research nodes, we'll have to look at those, fabricator chips, just more stuff for turn-ins, for upgrading, for research, for materials, resources, those kind of things. Different, and this is important to note here, that the Borg Solar Armadas, these new ones, come in different evolution forms, and they have new passive abilities. It's probably my guess would be it'd be similar to what we've seen in the Q Continuum hostiles now, where they have morale, which you'd have to combat with, like, I don't know, Pelia below decks, something like that, because they will increase their isolytic damage. You might have burning, you might have hull breach, I don't know, we'll have to look at it. But there's certain things you'll want to be careful with. So let's skip over some of this. We know you've got to do the loop to do that, and we'll figure that out as we go along. Let's see here. Non-Armada hostiles remain unchanged, so they won't get any changes, but your ship will do more damage output and chaos module acquisition. So from 500 all the way up to 20,000%. And Scopely, you have 2 percentage signs. Is that to emphasize something? Are you trying to code something here? Put a percentage sign in the front? I don't know. I'm being a geek. I'm being a nerd now. That's me being nitpicky. But with Scopely, I'm going to be nitpicky. Let's see. Chaos Tech Exchange. Acquire shards from the Thought Matter, Magnetic Loot, Temporal Conduit, and Q Cannon. So those are the new ones that we had. The new Chaos Tech. Exchange for Chaos Matter, blah, Catalyst, Reactor. I keep wanting to say blah, 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 because there's a lot of stuff going on here. All right, and so this is talking about the tiering up. You want to be careful, as they talked about in the video, right here. It evolves by scrapping at specific tiers and levels, so you want to be very careful where you're scrapping it, and as soon as you scrap it, you're going to want to go into the refinery and claim stuff, or it'll put you a little bit behind. Okay, however, if you do not meet the criteria for scrapping, you will not receive the evolution bundle. And then it has a breakdown here of when to scrap. And so you want to pay very close attention to that, and we'll see if we can come up with, or maybe some of the community will come up with a graphic that will give us information to remind us of when to do that. Revenant refit, huge amounts of refined G4, G5 materials. Now, huge amounts to Scopely or to the players, because there's a difference there. So we'll have to see if it's actually good or decent amount that you're getting for G4 and G5, and if it will help you in your gameplay, then this very well may be worth it if you are a spender or a light spender. So that will have to be something you'll have to think about. Fabricator chips acquire more materials over 10 days. Additional Nexus particles. I think we're going to see the same thing with things increasing as you go up. There will be research that will help you. Let's see here. Increasing cost efficiency of parts steel, titanium, dilithium when upgrading research by to 240%. You've got efficiencies for materials, efficiency when upgrading ships. I'm hoping that is efficiency for things like the resources. Like when you get to higher level tiers, it costs a significant amount of rare materials, but also titanium. I am combating that big time with the Enterprise D right now. The last tier is going to be a beast. So maybe you're looking at that and it will help you advance your gameplay, because you'll be able to deal with resources and material costs with some of the research here. Upgrade cost efficiency, construction speed of buildings, enhances cost efficiency of Sigma resources for research, increases research speed by up to 300%, chaos tech payouts, Borg Type 03 Solar Armada credits drop by up to 10,000%. That sounds cool. That's a big percentage. We'll see how effective that is. Grants missions to unlock new continuum space superhighways, so get you there quicker. And warp range by 90 to 70. Okay. So it's talking about, I think, some recommended crews and below deck officers. I think we'll probably see the Voyager below deck officers like Neelix, Harry Kim, B'Elanna Torres. Those three pop out in my mind right now. Obviously, you have Tom Paris for any time you are just need some additional mitigation. Oh, it's right here. PICU, hull repair. Yeah, I like a lot of these. Okay, I like a lot of those. So I'm thinking the same things as they were thinking. So you don't want to scrap the wrong levels. Not leveling up after tiering, so tier it and always max it as much as you can. So if you take it from tier 1 is levels 1 to 5, as soon as you take it to tier 2, ranges 6 to 10 for the levels, take it up to 10 as soon as you can. If you've got the ship XP, sometimes that's worth it to spend it off right off the bat, but that's the thing here, so you can take advantage of the benefits. We talked already about the different armada types. We'll have to look at those, and we'll have to plan out the strategy going forward. So that's kind of it. That's the basics of this. There's a whole lot to get into, unpack, figure out here, and we'll have to see this come next week. But what do you think? What do you think of the new ship? I'm pausing judgment until next week. I think it could be a really good benefit to the players. My number one concern is that we keep having these ships and we just are like burnt out. If it were me and I were to tell Scopely, I would say, okay, you have all these efficiencies you're starting to add to the game. Why don't you add some more things to the game to advance some of the other ships so we don't have the ship burnout? Like I mentioned before, all the other ships that we have, maybe find a way to speed up our process of getting through upgrading those ships, at least to our ops level. And maybe some of you, you're fine. Maybe you're fine with where you're at. Me as a higher level player, I'm like, I have so many ships, I can't possibly upgrade all these fast enough. And I'm starting to forget like certain ships, like the Eviscerator. I'm like, oh yeah, do I need to tear that up anytime soon? I'm kind of starting to forget the benefit of some of the other ships. I can't tear them up very often or enough. And so maybe they're okay with it, but for me as a player, it's super frustrating, and it better gosh darn be worth the loop. That's all I have to say. So anyways, let me know your comments below, and we'll dig into this more in the coming month. I'm excited to have another month with you all, hanging out with you on stream, talking with you on Discord, trying to be an advocate for my YouTube videos as much as possible for you all. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. But feel free to join Discord, follow us there, and contribute to the community. My ultimate goal really is just creating a community that is there to help each other get a little bit better each and every day. Just remember to keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, with this and everything else in the game, please make sure you're having fun. If this isn't fun for you, this particular loop, don't feel obligated to do it. Feel free to take the free-to-play path with which as far as I can see hasn't been announced, which is not surprising either, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have a free-to-play path starting next month like they usually do. Hopefully that's the case. So anyways, thank you so much, Commanders, and have a good day.